guys, welcome to Professor Rickety's class of Hogwarts Trivia. Now, what class of the Order of Merlin is defensive against the dark arts teacher Professor Lockhart? What happens to the King's Sword in the Giant Wizard chess game when the pieces is checkmated? What animal represents Hufflepuff House? What color are Madame Hooch's eyes? Where does Harry fight Professor Quirrell? What spell does Draco use against Harry's first in their duel at the Dueling Club? Of which league is Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher Professor Lockhart an honorary member? What color is the Sorcerer's Stone? Who prevents Harry and Ron from entering platform 9 3/4 before their second year at school? Who scores the first goal in Harry's first ever Quidditch match? Where do the Snatchers take Harry, Ron, and Hermione? What spell does Harry use at Dueling Club during his duel with Draco that knocked Draco backwards? What does Harry use to destroy the dying dam of Rowena Ravenclaw? What is Horcrux Slughorn's disguise as when Harry first meets him? What should you never do to a hippogriff, as they are very proud creatures? On whose grave does Hermione see the symbol that Xenophilius Lovegood was wearing on a necklace? Is it A, James O'Leary Potter, B, Godric Gryffindor, or C, Ingondus Peveril? Other than the dying dinner, where else does Harry counter the Death Eater Wow? Which potion allows the drinker to temporarily assume the form of somebody else? What is Professor Snape's first name? What is the final fate of the Sorcerer's Stone? Dobby feels so bad about sending the bludger after Harry that he does what to his hands? Who is the only known maker of the Sorcerer's Stone? Which bedroom do the Dursleys give Harry's Purry out of the goodness of their hearts? What spell does Draco use to summon a snake to attack Harry? What is the derogatory term Draco Malfoy uses to describe Muggle-born wizards? In his youth, what kind of birdie bought every flavor being did Dumbledore unfortunately eat? What is the term for someone who can speak to snakes? What birthday had Nicholas Flamel celebrated the year before Harry attended Hogwarts? What is the name of the Weasley's home? What spell did Professor Lockhart use that launches a snake up into the air? What is the purpose of creating a Horcrux? Who becomes Master of the Elder Wand after Albus Dumbledore? What magical creature do Harry and Draco find dead in the Forbidden Forest? What department in the Ministry of Magic does Arthur Weasley work in when Harry first meets him? Which previous Hogwarts headmaster has a portrait at Grimmauld Place? Spectro Patronum is the citation for which charm? What is Hagrid looking for in Nocturne Alley, known for its dark arts sobs when he runs into Harry? What position does Ron Weasley play in the Giant Wizard chess game? What creature is on the Ravenclaw's house chest in the films? What event is Nellie Headless Nick denied entry to? Where does Harry wake up after his first encounter with Lord Voldemort at Hogwarts? Who are the first students to face off in the Dueling Club? Who tells Harry there is no good or evil, there is only power and those too weak to seek it? What can happen if someone stares at the mirror of Erzid for too long? What animal represents Gryffindor's house? Which defense against the dark arts teacher always wears a turban? Where is Norbert born? What does Snape suggest be taught during the first dueling club practice? Now remember, study for your quiz. And one's up! Enjoy the rest of your day, class.